I think I just took. Well, I'm recording myself. Okay. All right. All right. Anyway, just a little bit. Just let you know it's teleprompter free. We're going to be telling a story today. Remember, I said short stories by Mikel DeSilvis will start now, starting in summertime. And our story is about the exciting day of Billy's summer adventure, because the last day of school is finally over. All week long, Bill was preoccupied. He had two tests to finish up on Thursday, and he had a quiz to study for Tuesday. But yet he had this unsettling feeling in his stomach and butterflies in his stomach, because he knew that Thursday was the day that was the last day of school, and that's when summer break would begin. He was so excited he could not focus on anything else but that final day, the buildup of anticipation and excitement. Summer break is here. Free at last, he's thinking to himself in his mind. Free at last. Thank God Almighty. Free at last, he said quietly to himself in homeroom. All the kids were all there laughing and joking about the cares of the day, about boyfriends and girlfriends that they had, and ones that they wished they had crushes on, and so forth, and talking about what they're going to be doing that day. And all he could think about is just the last day of school. Well, Tuesday came. He took his spelling test, and he got a 95 on it, a B plus. And Wednesday came. He just got more excited when the anticipation of the last day of school was just building up. And he was just so excited that he just couldn't stay focused in what he was doing. But with all his might, he tried so hard, because he knew 2 more days of school prevailed, and then summer would be here, and the break would begin. Sometimes in class, he would be thinking about, his mind would evade and just kind of wander a lot, like most kids, towards the end of school. Even if you like school, you still do wander, because you're excited for the summer break coming up, and camp, and adventures that you're going to be doing in your neighborhood with all your friends, and, talking to people online, and you go on places with your family, and doing travel excursions to other states, maybe even going across the ocean to a foreign country or a foreign place where you've never been before. But, all this stuff is exciting. So that's what he was thinking about. Billy was really excited. And as it was Wednesday, his mind was really hard to focus on the teachers. But yet he knew he had to, because he knew he only had one more day, and then it would be summer break. Well, Thursday night, he just couldn't deal with the last, Wednesday night, I mean. He couldn't deal with the last day of school. It's like he just wished it would be over with, so he could just go out and go bike riding and go to the beach and start hanging around with his friends, and, getting on with the summer break and doing things with his parents and going on vacations and going over to people's houses and hanging out with his family and that sort of thing. So, things were just, really hard for him on Thursday. They had parties, they had cake and candy, and the cafeteria played, School's Out for Summer by Pink Floyd. A lot of people play that song, even though it's old, and they still do many years later, because a lot of people like that song because it was a classic from Pink Floyd, and that's what they played in the cafeteria, one of the songs during lunch time while he was eating in there. And that's all he could think about, is that last bell at the end of the day, and where the kids would just frantically buzz out like they're coming out of a beehive as a fever to find out who disturbed the nest. That's the way it would be. Pandemonium would break out. Everybody's just trying to get out of school as fast as they can, to get on a bus, get in their car or bicycle or walk as fast as they can to get home to quickly start their break. So after school on Thursday, that's what it was about. Everybody was so excited, feverishly, ready to start their summer. And of course, nobody knew what to do but everybody was anticipating and really looking forward to that day. Let me ask you a question. How is your day? How has your summer began now that school is out? What kind of adventures are you going to do this summer? And, they can be imaginary or they can be really true adventures or both. And then, what are some of the goals that you plan to do or to try to achieve this summer? You plan to make new friends? Are you moving to a new neighborhood? Are you going somewhere outside the United States? Or are you going somewhere in the United States where you've never been before? What you ought to do is make a list of what you do this summer and kind of make a diary. And that way you can come back to school and maybe share it with your teachers and friends. That way you can kind of know about what you did. And of course, if you can't get in touch with them on Facebook, that might be a good idea to do if you're younger. But if you're like in middle school or high school, you're usually old enough to be on Facebook. So, and those kinds of things. So you can kind of keep in touch through social media. And, you might want to take pictures of what you do. That way you can show your friends who aren't on the internet and kind of let them know what you did. These are just some ideas, that maybe you can maybe explore and try. And then, of course, you'll have something to talk about when you go back to school. But I hope that you all, and my prayer is that you all children, teenagers, young adults, that's what you all are, even though you're not fully grown, but you are tweens. I hope that you all have a wonderful and safe and exciting summer. And I hope you get to do the things that you imagined about that become real. Like go to Kings Dominion or go to the beach or go to water country, go to Busch Gardens. Those things. Six Flags. I said Seven Flags, but it's really Six Flags. Disneyland, Disney World. I hope you get to do those things. Or maybe to go to Hawaii. But whatever you do, make a diary of it. Put some photos in there. And tell a little story. That way you have a story to share when you come back to school next fall after Labor Day. In Virginia, of course, in some places I know school starts earlier than that. Like down in Georgia, they start about 2 or 3 weeks earlier than that. And if I'm wrong about that, then kids, you tell me when you actually do start school. And I think you are a little different than we are. We just got out of school. All the kids here in Hanover County, and from Hanover all the way up to New Jersey, just got out of school on Thursday last week. And I think you've all been out of school for about 2 weeks now, right? So, but anyway, I hope you like this short little story about Billy's anticipated excitement of the last day of school coming, and then when it finally got there, and about what he was going to do this summer. And hope that your summer is exciting and is full and is filled with all kinds of fun and laughter. And I hope you have many good memories. And I hope that you do go places where you've never been before, and that you do things that you always wanted to do that you haven't done yet this summer. And I hope that you have a good summer. Anyways, Mikel DeSilvis from New Hunter Church of Christ. It's a story time. Short stories by Mikel DeSilvis. Billy's anticipation of the summer break. It's the title of the story that was just told to you. Hope you enjoyed it. See you for now. Take care.